affordable housing, we are in a crisis mode here in California. As the average median income continues to decline, the amount of rent that people pay continues to go up. So there's a disparity between what people can afford and what is out there as far as rent and mortgages. In fact, more than a third of the people who are paying rent or mortgages, they pay more than a third, even sometimes half of their income towards rent. So the affordable housing crisis is very real, and it has been going on for a long time. So what we've been doing in the legislature, and that's one of my priorities also as chair of the housing committee, is to help find ways to ease that crisis by helping to build more affordable housing. I managed to get 2 of my bills signed by the governor this past year related to housing. One is AB 90, which will set up a mechanism for us at the state level to receive more funding from the federal government. And AB 90 will designate the HCD, the Department of Housing and Community Development, to be that mechanism to receive the funding from the federal government. Now, this year we're expecting to get anywhere between $30 to $40 million from the federal government to help ease that situation. And 90% of that funding is going to be applied towards renters, and 10% will be applied toward home ownership. Now, that's one source of funding that we're going to be getting from the government. Privacy is something that I've been working on and something that I am very interested in helping. And as we know, as technology continues to grow, the chances of having our data or our personal identifiable information being breached it has substantially jumped. Now, we've heard so much about data breaches throughout the state and also throughout the country. What's happening is that cyber criminals are getting more sophisticated. They're not hitting only commercial sites. For example, they've been hitting places like Neiman Marcus, Target, recently Ashley, have you heard about that? And then they're hitting the federal government. They're hitting UCLA. They're hitting the health industry. And the federal government, you all heard about the OPM being breached into. So this was like 22 million people's proprietary information being compromised. These are people who are applying for a job with the federal government. So the situation is getting worse and worse. Now, the third area that I wanted to bring your attention to is language access. As you all know, I represent the 49th Assembly District, which is, in fact, one of the most diverse districts in the country, if not in the state, and as well as in the country. We actually represent 53% of our population are API, Asian majorities. So the language access issue is a very major issue for the district, for the state of California, and also for the country. In fact, here in California, the latest information shows that 44% of Californians speak a language other than English at home. Now, they're talking about individuals who are above the age of 5. Now, for LA County, that situation is even higher, and that number, in fact, is 54%. So in LA County, 54% of the Californians living in LA County speak a language other than English at home if their age is about 5. Now, how many languages do they speak? 185 languages, different languages. You can imagine how diverse that LA County is, and we have a major bulk of the LA County population right here. So language access is very important.